Hey, hope you're doing well. Firstly, guys, thank you so much for all your likes and subscribes and shares and stuff. It's massively helpful. Thank you so much for the feedback as well. Hopefully, sort of the content's going to improve as time goes on. So I really massively appreciate everything you guys have done to sort of support me in these crazy rantings. First things first, today I wanted to talk about something it's taken way too long for me to figure out, but it's quite a significant turning point in my life. It turns out I'm the only different to anyone else. It took me forever to work this out, but the reality is that I just have the same problems as any other person, woman, man, whatever on the planet. You know, all the worries are still the same. You know, my weight, my age. I mean, look, I'm just constantly getting older of face. I mean, and obviously the looks are going downhill at the same time as well. The bright side, my eyesight's deteriorating quite quickly, so I can't see how bad my looks are actually getting at the rate that they're decreasing, which is quite good. You know, I worry about real world things as well, you know, like the sort of my family and their happiness is just such an important part of all of this, you know, because I think there's two things. I mean, firstly, you know, there's the obvious, they've got to be happy with me as a person, but if I'm not happy with me as a person, you know, do they end up unhappy as well because I'm just a miserable cow and horrible to live with? There's the usual other stuff, the money. I mean, you know, I don't know, I'm sure there's plenty of people out there, but I'm certainly not one of those people that hasn't got money problems, you know. Nothing major, and I'm not begging for the record. But, you know, it's security more for my family as much as anything else. I just like to know that I've got that. My point is that these are all sort of normal, real world problems, just day-to-day actual problems. You know, they're not trans problems, you know? I'm sure I've got some of those sort of, you know, special little problems, but the reality is they're just things that are just happening in the background. It's no different to say, I don't know, in theory, and I know I don't have a medical condition, but I suppose in theory it's quite similar to that in some regards. You know, if you need to see a doctor, you see a doctor, that's the end of it. So for me, this is quite a big sort of turning point in my life. I suppose the question is sort of, why has it taken so long to sort of understand this? And I've got nobody but myself to blame, basically, because everybody but everybody has been saying to me, stop obsessing, stop worrying, stop going on, and blah, 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 blah. But I think, and the more I've had a chance to sort of think about now why it's taken me so long to understand this, I think that there's definitely been, you know, the sort of the years and years of sort of questioning my own identity, the denial associated with that, which has made it sort of quite a big part of my life. There's been, you know, well, frankly, there's no real excuse for it, is there? I just haven't really been paying enough attention to the wonderful people around me who've been telling me for ages that just to get on, just to have a normal life, just to get on with it. And so that is kind of what I'm doing. I suppose on the flip side of it, though, that there is still this sense of well, to use the right word, pride. Yeah? I'm not saying that I've survived awful torments and this, that, and the other, but definitely endurance is something that's happened. You know, I have endured a hell of a lot to sort of get to this stage in my life. I think I was quite arrogant when I set out to start doing these videos. That sure, ask me some questions, I free some easy answers. Well, it turns out in reality there are no real easy answers to a lot of things. And I think what's possibly happened is that, you know, now that I've sort of realised that the only real answer is just to sort of get on with it, keep trying it, hope for the best. There's going to be good times, there's going to be bad times. Trying to sort of look at the picture overall, and then level it out a bit. And being realistic, I can't even explain. I'm so much happier now than I've ever been in my life. And so, yeah, so I just thought I'd say that, really. That turns out nothing wrong with me. I'm actually perfectly normal. If anything, I'm a little bit boring and probably still just a hint of self-obsessed. I think that's probably a safe bet. But there's no issue anymore. I am just me. I just get on with my life. And so thank you so much for letting me share this little part of it with you. Guys, seriously, when I say thank you, I really do mean it, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's nice to know that there is someone out there that's actually listening to these ramblings. All right, you know, it's not live direct feedback, whatever it might be, but the reality is it is really good for me to just be able to vent like this. And thank you so much once again, guys, for all of your likes, your subscribes, your views, and well, basically, thanks for watching. Hey, always open. Is any feedback? If there is anything you want to talk about, or you want to, for some reason, hear me talk about, I'm still happy to talk about it. But, you know, I think that really the answer is going to be, well, just kind of getting on with it. Right. Have a good one, guys. Thanks very much. Bye.